Did you know that by 2026, living in some of the UK's biggest cities could become a nightmare? Imagine paying sky-high rent just to live in a cramped flat, or facing constant delays on a train that's packed to the brim. Sounds frustrating, right? Well, experts are warning that certain cities could soon be unlivable. The cost of living will skyrocket, pollution could harm your health, and some areas might even become flood zones. But it's not all doom and gloom. Today, we're diving into exactly which cities are at risk and why experts are urging you to think twice before moving there. Stay with us until the end, because we'll not only reveal these cities, but we'll also tell you what this means for your future. Ready to find out where not to live in the UK? Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Number 6. Sheffield. Let's kick things off with Sheffield, a city known for its rich industrial history and stunning landscapes. While it might seem like a great place to live on the surface, the future doesn't look too promising. Sheffield is facing some serious infrastructure challenges that could make life difficult for residents in the coming years. One of the city's biggest issues is its aging infrastructure. Sheffield's public transport system, once a proud feature of the city, is now showing its age. The roads are increasingly congested, and the buses and trains are often delayed, creating daily frustrations for commuters. The city is struggling to keep up with the demands of its growing population, and much-needed upgrades to the transport system have been delayed repeatedly. In fact, local authorities have admitted that major infrastructure projects will take years to complete, which means residents will have to continue dealing with outdated systems that only get worse with time. But the problems don't stop there. Sheffield's public services are also under strain. Healthcare and education systems are feeling the pressure, with longer wait times and fewer resources to support residents. As demand continues to grow, these services may become even less reliable, impacting the quality of life for everyone in the city. So what does all this mean for you? If you're thinking about moving to Sheffield, you may want to reconsider. Living here could mean enduring endless traffic jams, delays in public transportation, and struggling with a system that's stretched thin. It's not a great outlook, especially if you're someone who values convenience and efficiency. Sheffield's charm might not be enough to make up for the difficulties that lie ahead. Ready for more surprises? Stay tuned, because we've got more cities on our list that you definitely want to know about. Number 5. Liverpool. Next up, we have Liverpool, a city known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and iconic music scene. While it has long been a favorite for both locals and tourists alike, the city is now facing some tough economic realities that might make you think twice about moving there in 2026. First and foremost, property values in Liverpool are on the decline. Once a hotspot for property investment, the market is starting to show signs of stagnation, especially in certain parts of the city. In fact, recent reports have highlighted a drop in property prices, with many areas seeing slower appreciation compared to other cities in the UK. So, if you are planning to invest in a home here, you might want to think again. Buying property in Liverpool could result in little to no return on investment over the next few years. But it's not just the housing market that's a concern. Liverpool's economy is also under pressure. Despite efforts to revitalize the city in recent years, key sectors like retail and tourism are struggling. The decline of traditional industries has left the city vulnerable, and experts predict that it could struggle to compete with other UK cities like Manchester or Birmingham, especially as the global economy shifts. Liverpool's economic growth could stall, leading to fewer job opportunities and a potentially higher unemployment rate. So what does this mean for you? If you're looking to move to Liverpool for work or investment, the outlook is uncertain. Declining property values and economic instability could make it harder to build a stable future here. What do you think about Liverpool's future? Do you think these challenges will improve or get worse? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're finding this information useful, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more insights on UK cities and what you should know before making your move. Number 4. Glasgow. Let's talk about Glasgow, a city that's no stranger to rain, but in the coming years it might be facing too much of it. While Glasgow has long been admired for its vibrant art scene, friendly people, and historic architecture, it's also staring down an environmental challenge that could seriously impact the lives of its residents. Flooding has become a major concern for the city, with experts predicting that Glasgow could experience much more frequent and severe flooding by 2026. Due to climate change, the city is expected to face rising sea levels and intense rainfall events, both of which will significantly increase the risk of flooding, particularly in low-lying areas. The River Clyde, which runs through the heart of the city, is already prone to swelling during heavy storms, and as rainfall becomes more erratic, the situation is only going to get worse. The impact of this won't be limited to just property damage. Increased flooding can lead to widespread disruption, affecting transportation, access to basic services, and even health and safety. Imagine trying to navigate flooded streets, disrupted public transport, or dealing with the aftermath of a flooded home. For many people, the cost and inconvenience of dealing with such extreme weather could quickly become overwhelming. While Glasgow has been taking steps to address these issues with flood defence projects and urban planning, the growing risks could still make it less desirable for people looking for stability and peace of mind in the years ahead. So, if you've been considering Glasgow as your next home, you might want to factor in the increasingly volatile weather patterns and the challenges they bring. It's clear that Glasgow's charm could soon be overshadowed by the rising environmental risks. With the city's infrastructure being put to the test by these growing threats, it's definitely something worth thinking about if you're planning to move here in 2026. Number 3. Manchester. Now let's turn our attention to Manchester, a city that's known for its music, football, and thriving urban culture. However, beneath its vibrant exterior lies a growing concern that could seriously impact your quality of life if you're considering making it your home in the next few years. Air pollution is becoming a major issue in Manchester. It's one of the most polluted cities in the UK, with certain areas consistently exceeding safe air quality standards. This is due to a combination of factors, including high traffic volumes, industrial emissions, and the city's dense urban environment. According to recent studies, exposure to high levels of air pollution can lead to serious health problems, especially for vulnerable populations such as children, the elderly, and those with pre-existing respiratory conditions like asthma. By 2026, the situation could get worse. As the population grows and more people continue to rely on cars for commuting, the air quality could deteriorate even further. The health implications are significant. Long-term exposure to polluted air has been linked to chronic respiratory issues, heart disease, and even premature death. And while the city has made strides in improving its environmental policies, it may not be enough to fully mitigate the impacts of pollution in the near future. If you're someone who values fresh air and a healthy living environment, Manchester might not be the ideal place to settle down in the next decade. The combination of poor air quality and rising environmental concerns could make it harder to enjoy the city to its fullest. Living in a city with pollution levels that exceed recommended limits may seem like a small issue at first, but over time it can affect your health and overall well-being. Consider the long-term impacts before committing to a move to Manchester. Number 2. Birmingham. Birmingham, once the beating heart of the UK's industrial revolution, has always been a city full of promise. Its rich cultural history, diverse population, and thriving arts scene make it a major draw for many. However, if you're thinking about moving to Birmingham in 2026, there are some serious red flags that could make life here more challenging than you might expect. The city's economy is facing a gradual decline, with certain key industries struggling to maintain their foothold. Manufacturing, which has historically been the backbone of Birmingham's economy, continues to shrink. Even though the city has made efforts to diversify into areas like technology, finance, and education, these industries have yet to fully replace the lost jobs in the manufacturing sector. Experts are warning that Birmingham's economy might not grow at the same pace as other major UK cities, which could lead to fewer job opportunities, higher competition for work, and stagnating wages. The decline in Birmingham's traditional industries has created an economic uncertainty that could impact the job market for years to come. Studies show that unemployment rates in the city may rise as these sectors continue to shrink. Additionally, wages in Birmingham are projected to remain below the national average, making it harder to maintain a decent standard of living. For anyone looking to move to Birmingham, these economic shifts could significantly affect your long-term prospects. With fewer job opportunities and a more competitive job market, you may find it harder to build a stable career here. If you're considering Birmingham for work, it's important to closely evaluate the sectors you're targeting and make sure there's real growth potential in your field. Birmingham may still have a lot to offer, but if you're moving here for economic stability, you might want to rethink your decision. The future of this city is uncertain, and it could take years for the economy to recover. Number 1. London. London, often regarded as the jewel of the UK, a global financial hub and a cultural mecca. But despite all its allure, there are some alarming trends that could make living in the capital far less appealing by 2026. If you've been dreaming of a move to London, you might want to reconsider. First off, the cost of living in London is already sky high, and it's only getting worse. Housing costs, especially rent, are rising at an unsustainable rate. In fact, experts predict that by 2026, rents in central London could rise by up to 30%, making it increasingly difficult for many people to afford a place in the city. Even though London offers some of the highest salaries in the UK, the sheer cost of living could make it harder to save or enjoy a decent quality of life. But it's not just the housing market. Overcrowding is becoming a serious issue. Public transport is already notoriously packed, and the city's infrastructure is struggling to keep up with the growing population. With millions of people relying on buses and trains every day, delays are becoming more common, and commutes are becoming longer and more uncomfortable. The situation is expected to worsen as London's population grows, putting even more strain on the city's already overburdened transport system. Living in London was once seen as a dream come true, but these rising costs and overcrowding challenges are starting to overshadow its appeal. For those hoping to live comfortably while still enjoying the benefits of city life, London may no longer be the best option. So if you're considering moving to London, you'll need to think about more than just the bright lights and endless opportunities. The rising costs and overcrowded conditions could make it harder to thrive in this ever-evolving metropolis. So what do you think? Are these cities worth the risk, or are they best left off your list for 2026? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this video helpful, don't miss our previous video on the best cities to live in the UK. It could be the perfect contrast to today's list. We put a lot of effort into making these videos just for you, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us.